Meanwhile, the new Nigerian Minister of Arts, Culture and the Creative Economy, Hannatu Musawa, has confirmed that she is currently undergoing the one-year mandatory National Youth Service Corps scheme. And we have joining us a lawyer, Olumide Braithwaite, to discuss this and the inaugural Federal Executive Council meeting. Olumide Braithwaite was spokesperson for the defunct APC Tinubu Shatima Independent Campaign Council. Barsa, thank you very much for your time.
Good evening. Thank you very much for having me.
Well, there have been several arguments concerning the eligibility of this woman, Hannatu Musawa. As far as you're concerned, what is the position of the law?
I worked alongside the federal minister for culture and entertainment. It's a new ministry, essentially, that Mr. President has created. We worked during the presidential campaign in the PCC and the IC. I was the spokesperson personally. The new minister is a colleague. And the starting point essentially has to be the NYSC Act, which is capped before laws of the Federation, and the objective of that act was essentially to galvanize a broad range of different ethnicities in the Federation. And Section 12 specifically provides for the production upon request by employers for the certificate of completion or an exemption. In my humble opinion, and I'm more than 30 years at the bar, I'm a senior lawyer, and even yesterday, I believe on channels, there was another senior advocate who gave his own views, which I align with, essentially to state that the Honourable Minister is not contravening any laws whatsoever. It's really akin to if we take, for example, the United States, where they have military service, not just the United States, Israel as well, and where you don't complete the military service, you could be said to have contravened or broken laws. That's not the same situation here. You'll remember Muhammad Ali, who for his own religious reasons did not serve, but also President George Bush, W. Bush, was also fingered in some kind of scandal. This is not that case, and it's not so serious. I believe that what we should focus instead is the manifesto of Mr. President of the Renewed Hope.
Okay, because of time, for the want of time, Braithwaite, permit me to ask you my next question. I mean, you said that the law is not does not stop the minister from taking up her position as minister of the Federal Republic. Just a quick one to chip in before I go to my next question. What about talking about conventions? Because I heard one of your colleagues talk about conventions that we need to look at what is morally right, the kind of standards we want to set as society. So what do you say to that? That there are young Nigerians who are not allowed to even take a job because the employees say you must have served. We have Nigerian ministers who have had to resign because of questions over the credibility of their credentials as far as the NYSC is concerned. The case in point you're well aware of is Kemi Adeosun. So when we talk about convention, when we talk about the standards of society, the high standards of holding government office, should Mrs. Musawa really be a minister of a country as big as Nigeria?
Well, as I said earlier on, this is not that case. No laws have been contravened. In fact, not only have no laws been contravened, she's currently serving, and the NISC has already made a statement to that effect. Service is all to serve as a minister. It's not that the government is the employer. You make certain sacrifices and you're called to serve. There was a case of a 400 level student who has been invited by Mr. President to serve on one of the tax committees. Would you now say that because she hasn't completed school, she should be precluded from serving on the committee? No.
All right. You made your point. Because of time, very quickly, your thoughts on the first Federal Executive Council meeting that was held today. What should Nigerians expect? You mentioned you worked with the minister. You also worked with the APC. What should Nigerians expect from the new ministers?
Well, as a professional, as a Nigerian, as a politician, I'm excited with the new setup. We are facing very tough times, as Mr. President rightly said. I made averse to one or two issues regarding new ministries, new opportunities that would create jobs for Nigerians, youths, and the economy and our security. The president has hit the ground running, as he promised, with the renewed hope agenda. And we have some tough times ahead, but by the grace of God, we will get through all these.
All right. All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Olumide Braithwaite, legal practitioner, for your time and your analysis as Mr. President has held his first or his inaugural Federal Executive Council meeting. Also giving your thoughts on the controversy surrounding the ministerial appointment of Hannatu Musawa. Olumide Braithwaite is a legal practitioner. We have to...